If you're a writer, you've seen this. You've seen this on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you've gotten ads for this. And today I'm going to talk about it. If you're new here, my name is Jada. I've written 3 books. 1 will never see the light of day. The 2nd is in revision purgatory, and the 3rd is my current with Church Bread. If you want to learn more about it, go check out my Instagram and come back here. Now, if you're not new here, welcome back. We are talking about this. Really, is it upside down? No. Okay, perfect. We're talking about this, and I will say, I adore this box. Like, I don't know why I collect boxes. As you can see, I haven't thrown this out yet. I've had it since November. A part of me wishes it was a sleeve, so I could take it off and just have like a plain white box that pushes out like that. Like, wouldn't that be so cool? Someone tag them and tell them to change the box design. I have a script to follow because I go off track. Today we're reviewing the Freewrite Traveler. I've had it since November. Fun fact, I wanted to I wanted to buy it before Nano, but I actually ended up buying it like way after. Not way after, like a few weeks after. I didn't expect to win Nano in 2 weeks, but I wanted to get it for Nano. Universe had other plans, so I've been using it to rewrite my 2nd draft. I was on the fence on buying this for, I think, a year. I was just like, is it worth it? Do I really want to invest this much into a writing device when I have a laptop? Do I buy it? Do I not? Now, the pros was that it's 0 distraction. I can use it for fast drafting. A very long battery life. It said a 4-week battery life. We'll talk about that later. And I love the idea of the postbox streaks. Also have an issue with that. Now, the cons. The cons. The first one, what's the price? I have $2 signs, that's it. $2 signs. I should put $3 signs. But yes, that was the first con for me. And then it was the e-ink screen, which is a pro to some. To me, I'm a night writer. I love writing at night. It was a con for me. I fixed it by just having like a literal nightlight, so it's not really like a bad con. I did a lot of research on this, and there were a lot of messages and tweets about how they have terrible customer service. I'm a big customer service girl. Like, if your business is known to have bad customer service, that would turn me off immediately. And that's, I think, why I held out for a very long time. I was like, they have terrible customer service, I'm not buying a thing from them. So those are my pros and cons before I bought it. Now, I've had it since November, and I have thoughts. I'm gonna start with my big issues. This device has crashed on me twice now. Not while writing, but after periods of heavy use. Like, I've been sprinting like crazy, and I think I sat at my laptop, I sat at my Freewrite for like several hours, and once I like plugged it up and put on a charger, like closed it for the night, and I went to turn back on the next day, like it wouldn't like come on. Like, it was just like stuck on the set your story free screen. And I panicked because I didn't remember if I had turned my Wi-Fi on, and I was like, I'm gonna lose everything I've written today. And I was literally like, oh my god, I was freaking out. No, but I was like, I have to reset it because I'm not going to be using it if I don't reset it. So I did a hard reset. I just pressed the red button, held it, and turned it back on, and I did have my Wi-Fi on, so it did sync. That was a relief. And then it did it again today, and I was just like, okay, once fine, twice. So you have to remember to turn on your Wi-Fi, because I don't want it to be a time where I have to reset it and I realize that it lost my entire document that I was working on. You know what I mean? Which I don't feel like that would happen, but stranger things have happened. That was one of my big issues. Now, maybe you're not supposed to be using it for several hours straight, but also they said that it has a 4-week battery life. That must be with very light use, because I used it, like I said, for several hours, and I think I used half the battery. If you're writing like an hour a day, maybe like 30 minutes a day, it might. I feel like they have this on their page somewhere where it's like, oh, 4-week battery life, and it's like an asterisk next to it, and it's like with light use or something like that. That seems like something they would do. So keep that in mind. I don't know if it's exactly 4-week battery life. I'm not going to test that out because that would take me forever, and I write a lot. That was a big issue for me, but it's not like a major issue because like even after 7 hours I still have a half of battery. So yeah, I would like to know the exact percentage though. Like it doesn't show you that. I don't think it does. I have to double check. It does not tell you like the percentage, which I would like to see a number, babes. I would like to see a number. I don't want to see a little picture of a battery. Anyway, that was a small issue. The percentage is a small issue. One thing that does grind my gears is not the lag. I don't care about the lag. I don't think it lags. Like, it's slow. So like I said, that is lag technically. But I'm a fast typer, and after a sentence is finished, like after you finish typing, it'll catch up. Like it's, unless you're typing at the speed of light, then it shouldn't be an issue for you. But what was the issue? The screensaver time limit. Why can't I set that to a certain time? You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know what time. I feel like it might be like 5 minutes of inactivity, and then it like locks. And if you have a password, putting that password in every time after locks can be really annoying. And if you're someone like me who writes romance and you have spice in your book, you don't want someone to be able to open it and be like, oh, what is this? You know what I mean? And also, I don't know if it's like I'm pretty sure it's like a technical error where if you open my Freewrite, it'll show you the last screen for like 2 seconds and then it'll put the password up. And I'm just like, I don't like that. I do not like that. I was like in a coffee shop and I was writing a spicy scene, and I wanted to like switch to like a different document before it was opened up because I'm like, there's peering eyes, like, and it flashed the screen before it put on the lock, and I was just like, I don't like that. I do not like that at all. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I want to be able to set the screensaver limit. Okay, I want to be able to set that, and I want to be able to determine how long I cannot put my password. You know, like if I log in for the day, it'll keep my Freewrite open until I decide to lock in. Or maybe there's like something where it'd be like lock, like, you know, like on MacBooks where you can, like, if you're on your laptop and you close it and you open it again, it's not locked, but you can go to like little Apple and press screen lock, so it'll put the lock screen up, even though, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It feels like a small issue, but it's a big issue for me. I don't know why. Look, I cut y'all some slack on the lag. I don't care about the lag. I don't care about the fingerprint bullshit people were talking about. They're like, oh my god, it attracts fingerprints so easily. Wash your hands. If your hands aren't greasy as hell, it's not gonna make a difference. I think that was it for my big issues. My little to like minuscule issues, like I said, the fingerprints, like I don't really care. Like you can notice sometimes like about the fingerprints. I don't know if you can tell, but like, yeah, it'll get like fingerprinty, but honestly, it's not an issue for me. It's not an issue. The second thing is the lack of accessories for this. I wanted a skin, and I tried to cut a skin out, and it went terribly. Like, you can ask my cousin. She watched me do it, and she was just like, it looks fine. I'm looking like, you're lying. It looks terrible. A custom skin would be so nice, so I can cover this, the black. Like, I don't mind it, but I want it to be cute and pink. I'm just a girl. Another small thing is the postbox streaks. Like, that was the major reason I liked it, because I was like, oh, I love a good streak. So I'll be able to track streaks, and I love like seeing how much I've written per day, like into a little chart without me having to do it myself. I had a bone to pick with the postbox streaks because I'm still not sure, because I haven't like done a check yet, but one day I lost my streak because I didn't write, but I was like, I definitely wrote. Like, I'm looking at it, I wrote yesterday, and I don't know if it's because you have to start a new document in order to be qualified as writing for the day, or maybe my Wi-Fi wasn't on. I feel like I should check into that before I label it as an issue, but I feel like there's some disconnect there, and I don't like that because I lost my streak and I was like, why do I write anymore? That's an issue for me. It might be my own issue. Now the last issue is the document organization. I'm aware that there's 3 buttons. There's A, B, and C. And you can sync each document to A, B, or C. But I need folders within these folders. Like, I need folders within the folders. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of writing projects. I write blog posts. I write like TV show reviews. I write like music reviews. I write fiction. Like, I have a lot of compartments that I need to separate, and sometimes it just really irks me that I have to like look through everything on my Freewrite. And another very small to non-issue, because I sync it to Drive anyway, so I can literally just go on and move things around. And I think if you have the Postbox profile thing, the plus one, like the one you pay for, I think you can like upload documents and move them around in Postbox. Non-issue for me. I didn't want that. I didn't care for it. The perks didn't seem perky enough. I think that's really it. Every other day I get like a message, how do you like the Freewrite, blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, it's, and I say the same thing every time. If you can swing the price, get it. Just get it. Who cares? If you can't swing the price, don't get it. If it's gonna put you out of money for like a few weeks to a few months, don't do it to yourself. You have to be really distracted on your laptop to buy a Freewrite. You know what I mean? And there are several resources that offer similar vibes. Also, Freewrite has a sprinter on their website, so you can log on, you can write, no distractions. And I used that for a while. I used that like twice, 2 or 3 times. I didn't mind it. There's also another website that does that. There's like a few websites that do that. Also, Scrivener, I religiously use Scrivener. They have composition mode. I use composition mode in Scrivener, full screen it, zoom in, and I just write. If you can't swing it, just do that. I will say that I got the Freewrite because I like the battery life. I like the idea of having a 4-week battery life. Is it a 4-week battery life for me? No. If you don't write as much, it might be a 4-week battery life for you. So, do I recommend it? Like, I want to say yes and no. Yes and no. Like I said, if you're not a distracted writer, you probably don't need it. I'm not gonna lie, you probably don't need it. Pen and paper is your pal. If you're on the go a lot, or you just like the idea of being able to write on the go, and you can afford it, go for it. Even if you can afford it, I'd try to get it on sale. But that is my review of it. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment if you're going to go buy a Freewrite. Oh my god, please drop a comment if you're gonna go buy one. Please drop a comment if you're not gonna go buy one. Like, I want to know what you guys think about this Freewrite. Yeah, I will see you in the next video.